And when you have a problem and you're not sure, the best thing to do is to see a doctor. So I highly recommend that my friend William visits a doctor, because it is important. When William talks about transforming, if you're here in another 20 years, you will not believe it. Who told him he'll be in 20 years? He has no vision. He keeps on talking about a plan. We don't want a plan. A country where a president is ordering to shoot and kill children. Then when a president wants to finish the next generation, is that a country? A country is made of people, Jed. A country is not made of buildings. A country is not made of housing. And agreed to move on.
And we moved on.
Okay, and we've moved on. In fact, my party leader has done even better.
Yes.
He has moved in.
It's not just moving on.
No, he moved in. The guys who are singing that, Mimi, says in serikali ya Ruto, Mimi, mjinga Mimi. You know them. I think Raila is a very, very intelligent man. He's a wise man. He's preparing William Ruto for one term.
A very good day to you and welcome to Philip Kisia Unscripted this particular Friday. I'm so glad that you join us every single week for this conversations to help build policy and politics here in Kenya. He's a leadership and governance expert, the last town clerk of Nairobi. And now he speaks the truth as he says it. He's here with me, Philip Kisia. Great to see you. How have you been? It's been a week.
Well, Jed, it has been good. Why are you saying that now he speaks the truth? I've always been truthful. Probably one of the few Kenyans who have spoken the truth from the time I was in my mother's belly.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes.
So help you God.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What are your reflections and the highlights before we even get into our conversation? We'll talk about Ruto's political moves today. You know, bringing people in State House, you know, Kindiki, what he's doing. That will be our conversation, but your reflections and highlights.
Well, Jed, first of all, let me pass my sincere condolences to the officer, Kenya Police Service, who passed on in Haiti on a mission that has nothing to do with Kenyans. We've lost another dear life, a youthful life, just because we want to satisfy somebody's ego. And we've said this from time and time again, that there was no need to send our officers to Haiti when we have our own problems here in Kenya. But I joined the family. I joined the rest of Kenyans in sending a message of condolences to the family who have lost their loved one. Again, I happened to be away last week, been away for about a week or so, and I met a young man in a mall in Dubai, and he sent his greetings. He's called Alphonse, and he says how he's been following the program, and he's happy that there are few Kenyans who have set aside their time to talk about issues that are affecting Kenya. So, Alphonse, thank you for your feedback.
Thanks, Alphonse.
And I'll give you his number. He's a Gen Z like yourself, so you need to engage a bit more. Then, Jed, before even I talk about my reflections for the last few days, I want to make a prayer. A prayer to somebody I've never met, but to somebody I respect. We refer to him as HH. Hakainde Hichilema, the president of the Great Republic of Zambia. These are our brothers. In fact, when a Zambian speaks, you may think he's a Luhya. We understand each other. So we are very close. And therefore, I read something in social media, and I've confirmed that it is true, that two fellows in Zambia who wanted to send HH, His Excellency HH, to the Creator before his time comes, they're practicing, I think, juju. and with the hope of, of dispatching HH to the creator. So the laws in Zambia don't take that matter very lightly. The two fellows are now cooling behind the bars.
Can they practice behind bars?
They are now behind the bars. They have been convicted for 2 years for practicing witchcraft with an attempt to dispatch HH to the creator. So I'm asking my friend HH.
Yes.
And HH came here a few months before elections, which he eventually won. And the only person who received him is a Tiriki like me, my brother, Stanley Livondo. He received him. And when he made an attempt to introduce him to some characters here, they were so proud. They couldn't meet HH because he was a nobody. But now HH is the president of the great Republic of Zambia and is doing a fantastic job. Remember when he took over, he immediately said he does not want those new vehicles which had been ordered for him.
Yes.
He said, but they're old vehicles. Are they functioning? Are they working? Why are you buying me new vehicles? I have not even taken oath of office. And he said, cancel the order. And the man is fighting corruption. So, HH, Your Excellency, we are proud of you. You are doing a fantastic job in Zambia. Kindly use the powers of mercy that you have as the president of the great Republic of Zambia and release those fellows using the powers of mercy.
Those Juju fellows.
The two Juju fellows.
Come on.
The two Juju fellows, Your Excellency. Just get them out, give them 2 canes each and dispatch them home because there's nothing that will happen to you. You're a good man. And God will take care of you. So please, HH, I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write a letter to HH on this particular matter.
You support Juju?
To say, please, ignore these characters because your protector is the Almighty God.
Amen.
So just cane them and dispatch them back to their villages.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
Your reflections, sir.
I have 2 quick reflections, Jed. The first one, again, Gen Z. And this Gen Z revolution, actually, I think started in Kenya. The Gen Z movement that shook the system, it is now shaking the globe. And many countries have been shaken by the Gen Z movement. And here we think that the Gen Z are dead. They are not dead. They are strategizing and they're going to strike. And this time round, nobody is going to survive. So in Nepal, things happened at a very supersonic speed. In no time, the man was in China. State visit. He received a red carpet welcome. He received all the protocols that are given to these heads of state. He was actually walking side by side by the first lady. He comes back home, and in no time, the man is a nobody. In no time, Jed. From being a head of state to nobody. In fact, he even lost. I'm not saying it's a good thing to happen, but the Gen Z was so furious. They ended up even banning the wife, banning a human being. What extent can human beings? When you push human beings to the wall, be ready for negative reaction. So you saw what happened. The man is out of power. In fact, those guys didn't wait for elections. They didn't wait for IEBC because they knew they're crooks, just like ours here. They say, we're not going to wait for IEBC. We're going to hold elections. And they have installed a lady in her 80s as a new premier. Okay? So, and you saw, I want you to look for this video where a whole minister, equivalent to our body, just look at what they did to him. Just play that video.
Well, stripped naked, kicked out to the rivers, and being beaten. Equivalent to our...
equivalent to a body.
Yes.
And I said, these things can happen, my brother. Jed, the man was a minister. And in no time, he was stripped naked. He was caned like a dog. Caned, he got canes. Moja, mbili, tatu, into the river, stripped naked. More canes by Gen Z and Nepalians who were very furious for the sins that he had committed. And the man was wailing and running. You will see in the video, the man is wailing and running like a little baby, getting stick, cane. Okay? So, you see, Jed, I think there are lessons to learn from what has happened in Nepal. Yeah? That human beings, and particularly the Gen Z, okay, are not a lot to joke with. That people, the power is with the people. Sovereign power, Jed, is with the people. It is not with those guys who fly a little flag on their bonnets, not on their car bonnets, on our cars, because they don't own those cars. The ones they own are stolen vehicles, using public funds. So, power is transient. Look at that man. Look at what has happened to him. And therefore, Jed, if there's something that our senior cabinet secretaries need to learn from that video, Jed, is that power is transient. And when wananchi decide, they will do bad things to you, including stripping you naked, and you can now, you see, Jed, I don't want to say, let me use me, let's say it is Kisia, the CS for finance in Kenya, Republic of Kenya, and I'm stripped naked. They strip me naked. Naked. They leave you in a birthday suit. Jed, that record is there forever. Your great grandchildren will see you naked. Their friends will see you naked. Your family will be put to shame. That is what you do to the family when you misapply public funds. You misappropriate public funds. You loot public funds. You behave like a dictator. You mistreat the people who have given you power. When they send you out of office, they send you out of office. Not even like a dog. I don't know what, they'll chase you like a snake.
So is it the lesson?
Beat your head. They will beat your head, Jed, with everything that they can find. Stones, bottles, everything. And you'll go. You'll be chased. You will be taking off like a snake that is a sense of danger. I am telling you, Jed. The second infection, Jed.
Yeah.
And this one, and I agree with most of my friends who have talked about this thing, that my friend and my president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, could be having a problem.
Which problem?
He could be having a problem.
Governance.
But governance is given. Governance, leadership is given. But this other one, because he's a human being, he seems to be doubting himself all the time. I'm not a mad man. And you see, Jed, when you keep on doubting yourself, it means that there's a problem. And when you have a problem and you're not sure, the best thing to do is to see a doctor. So I highly recommend that my friend William visits a doctor, because it is important. You can't keep on reminding us. You can't keep on screaming and shouting, I'm not a madman. So look for that video where he was trying to justify, where he was trying to tell us that, be patient and, I'm going to transform this nation. Just look for that video.
In our lifetime, it is possible to move this country from the third world of today to first world. I say this and some people think I am mad. I am not mad. It is possible. With God, it is possible.
Says he's not mad. Kenya will transform, and not just transform. it will transform in our lifetime. Why does that statement make you question his, let me
You
not say
see,
it.
when you keep on doubting yourself, it means that you are lacking something. You're not confident. But when you keep on repeating the same thing, it means there's a problem. So from that video, what you can easily conclude is that there's a problem, but there's nobody around him who has the guts, who has the confidence of telling him, Mr. President, you're a human being. Please visit a doctor. But having said that, Jed, he keeps on talking about, I don't know whether you've read this book, but if you've not read, I have it in my library. It has been authored by Lee Kuan Yew, the former president of Singapore. From the third, which means from the third world to the first. Have you read the book?
No.
You better read it. I'll give you my copy. So long as you return it.
I will read it.
Jed, Singapore was transformed by Lee Kuan Yew not through threats, but through a philosophy known as MPH. Meritocracy, being pragmatic, but honesty. Underline honesty. So there's no way, Jed, Kenya can transform so long as we have dishonest leaders. They are not truthful. They are extremely corrupt. In fact, to quote my friend J.B. Muturi, says, irredeemably corrupt. You cannot redeem the fellow. He is so corrupt. So there is no way, Jed, a nation can be transformed when you have corrupt leaders. Okay? It is true, Jed, and we've all traveled. We want a good airport. But we don't want an airport through corruption, like the Adani thing that he tried to bring. If you go to Singapore, the airport, 11 minutes, from the time you touch ground and, you start, getting out of the aircraft, disembarking. From that time you disembark, you touch their soil, through to migrations and to the conveyor belt, 11 minutes. 11 minutes, Jed. And in the airport, you will not see people harassing you. They use technology. There are no police fellows walking around. I don't know, migrations, some useless fellow walking around. There's nothing. But they rely on technology and intelligence. But here, you meet fellows harassing tourists, people harassing Kenyans, and you're calling transformation. People want houses. Like Lee Kuan Yew built houses for people in Singapore, which created jobs. Ruto talks about 600 billion shillings that he has raised from Kenyans. We don't know that figure is right, but if it's 600 billion, where is that 600 billion? In which bank? In which bank has he put our 600 billion? We want to know. Because, again, that 600 billion could be sitting in a bank where people have interest. You know how Kenyans behave.
Yes.
Okay? We want a health system that works. But we don't want this shisha where a system is costing us 104 billion. Now, to transform a nation, Jed, I'm simply saying you cannot transform a nation where there's mega corruption. Add on to that poor leadership. Add on to that zero governance. Zero, I mean zero. Zero governance. Because the result of that combination, the result, Jed, is lethal. Will remain in the third world. In fact, if there's a fourth world, we'll be slipping into the fourth world. Okay? So when William talks about transforming, if you're here in another 20 years, you will not believe it. Who told him he'll be in 20 years? He has no vision. He keeps on talking about a plan. We don't want a plan. And I'm not a botanist. I am a strategist. I don't care about his plan. We want a vision, a shared vision. Now, this shared vision is rolled over. His first term is about to end. If he's lucky to survive until another 22 months, okay, to be ending, maybe somebody else will come, okay? So long as it's a shared vision, that is what carries forward to the next cycle, so that the new occupant becomes a driver, the new driver of our vision. But he thinks that there is no other human being in Kenya who can provide leadership, who can see Kenyans through their vision. But I'm telling William Ruto, it is not about if he actually he completes 2 years, not 20. Another 2 years, we will not have a country.
As simple as that.
We shall not have a country, Jed. That one you can take it to me.
He has been 3 years in, we still have a country. What makes you think
I'm
2 years
saying
later?
You don't have a country, Jed. A country where a president is ordering to shoot and kill children. Then when a president wants to finish the next generation, is that a country? A country is made of people, Jed. A country is not made of buildings. A country is not made of housing. A country is made of people who are happy. Happy people, happy souls, Jed. You can't talk about a country without people. So if he is there, the economy has collapsed. Do you have money in your pocket?
No.
No. Is Shisha working? What is working? What is working? Are people happy?
No.
Are people in pain?
Yeah.
People are in pain. So, Jed, there's nothing that is working in this country. And therefore, another 2 years, we will not have a country.
Let's get to your highlights before we get into our main conversation on what he's doing politically to make sure he's there in the next post 2 years.
Well, Jed, again, I'm sorry. I mean, I took a break, but I had to attend to my family business.
Yes.
Even the Constitution says take care of your family first. Family unit, and then community, and then the nation. All right? So, forgive me for this one. My first highlight, again, is on the president of Malawi, Chakwera. Chakwera, who is, I understand, is a great friend to William Ruto, has been sent home one time. Has been sent home by the people of Malawi. Gen Z have sent him home. And the man was there, talking tough, talking big, on how he's doing great, on how he's getting a second term. But the beauty with this man, and I want William Ruto to take notes from Chakwera. He must take the notes, hand over notes, because they're friends. At least he prepared himself. I think he saw it coming. William is not seeing it coming. His friend saw it coming. So he has been very fast at conceding defeat. He has admitted the mistakes he made. Okay? And he has prepared for his exit. He didn't have people who are saying, like the fellows that Nani have, William have, who are saying, tutajaza kura. At William must get a second term. And there's no president who has done one term. His friend, his great friend, Chakwera has done one term. So, and the same things that have sent Chakwera home, bad policies, high taxation, no food, fertilizer prices very high. At least he didn't steal. Here we're stealing. They stole our fertilizer. They stole. There, they didn't even steal. They just brought good fertilizer at a high cost, at a high price. Okay? Sugar. They didn't bring sugar with mercury like we bring sugar with mercury here. There, they sold sugar at high prices to Kenyans, to people of Malawi. My brothers in Malawi. Bread, fuel cost, poverty increased, and the economy collapsed. Those are the things that when you say that people are okay, we are not okay. That is the same experience, the same pain that Kenyans are going through, Jed. The same pain. So, the Malawans, if the Malawans are clever, and they are my good friends, Kenyans are cleverer. I am telling you. They are sending William home if he's lucky in 22 months. If he's unlucky, even earlier. Because the same problems, and in fact, they are not even mega. Because see, at least they are not saying that the sugar had mercury like ours. Their sugar was just being sold at very exorbitant prices. People could not afford sugar, bread, fuel, and so on and so forth. Here our sugar has mercury. Here our maize, a promise to bring maize at 100 is still at 150, 160. Fertilizer, he's selling donkey thing, he's selling soil and stones and pebbles and what have you. But the Malawians have told Chakwera, a friend to William Ruto, is one term, go home, go to your wife. Go to your wife. I see the same thing happening to William Ruto.
And you
because they're friends.
If Malawians are clever, we are clever.
I am telling you, if Malawians are clever, Kenyans are cleverer.
Yeah.
Kenya, I mean, it's a known fact.
Yeah.
Everybody, you go anywhere in the world, they'll say, Kenya, smart guys, smart guys. So if Malawi are sending Chakwera home, this man called William Ruto is going. My second and final highlight, Jed.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
A quick one. Look for this video by my friend Linus Kaikai.
Okay.
A citizen. He's my good friend, by the way. You know me, I'm not.
Now, in a country whose national affairs are often clouded under a dense negative atmosphere, athletics, and indeed football, just the other day, provides us with the much-needed gust of fresh air. There is something about that sound of our national anthem during those medal presentation ceremonies. The melody in Tokyo, for whatever reason, sounds different from the same rendition here in Nairobi. Then there is our flag. Something happens to those colors when they land in the glorious hands of Faith Kipyegon. The red, green, black, and white acquire this sudden overpowering sparkle that automatically activates our tear glands. There's this very sharp contrast between that flag on Faith Cherotич's shoulders and the one flapping from the bonnet of politicians' cars here in Nairobi. I agree, both flags may trigger that well of tears, but for equally contrasting reasons.
Well, that is Linus Kaikai, editor, Citizen TV, talking about the flag, what it represents, and the contrast when our athletes put it, and when this flag that you have, I can say it, is on the bonnets of our CSs and governors.
My brother, I was away. This band has a Kenyan flag, and this is Ukraine. Because, my son Ethan is ambassador for youth, Odessa City. So he gave me this one, okay? But anywhere I went, people saw Kenya. Say, oh, you're a Kenyan. Say, for a while, say, how do you know I'm a Kenyan? Say, you're banned. So I agree with Linus. This flag has great value. This flag of ours, Kenya, black, red, and green, it has serious value. We should not allow our flag to be devalued by corrupt, incompetent leaders. People who want to finish the next generation. Okay? We're respected people. Okay? So, and I agree with my friend Linus. What a difference. What a world of a difference. When the same band, the same flag is hoisted by an athlete, our sportsmen and women, girls and boys, when they are competing, representing Kenya in the international space, you can see the fresh breath of air that comes through Kenyans. You can see the unity. You saw this Chan thing. You saw how Kenyans were united. Because it brings us together. We are brought together by this flag. And we must do whatever it takes to protect this flag. Okay? It brings positive emotions. People become so positive. Our national anthem, our flag. But only when they are sung by clean people, by people who are not corrupt, by people who are not incompetent, by sportsmen and women, by Gen Z, and by clean hearts, by clean people. It brings an aura of freshness. Okay? We become so united. We don't think about tribe. We kill tribalism. We do away with the incompetence. So, my plea to our youth is to do whatever it takes to protect this flag of ours. Whatever it takes. We must die if we must die. We are going to speak if we must speak. We are going to fight if we must fight. We are going to remove them from office. Hopefully through the ballot.
Hopefully.
Hopefully through a ballot.
Let's get into a conversation. We're talking about Ruto's gamble, the moves that could win back Kenyans. You know, the hustler narrative, the hustler nation narrative now has been overshadowed by discontent, and the president is at crossroads. The elections are nearer. He needs to win back public support. He embraced former PM Raila Odinga. The president also kicked out Rigathi Gachagua, brought in Kindiki, the current deputy president. What is he doing with his development tours? The actually State House meetings. Recently, the president met teachers, met Nairobi youth, giving them equipment to support them in their businesses. Can all this help the president get back political mileage that he used to have, or the love that the president had, making him bet Raila Odinga in 2022? Let's have this conversation, Kisia. But first, what happened with President Ruto, the man who was so loved with young people, the Gen Z especially, who used to sing Hatupangwingwi with him? You know, the women who were promised diapers and were promised better, you know, conditions of living when it comes even to childbirth. What went wrong that Kenyans are singing, chanting one town?
Jed, at least you should have listened to some of us. And when you say that William defeated my party leader, Raila, I almost walked out of the interview.
But
we never lost.
Whoever is in power.
We never lost.
He's in power.
But he's in power.
Yes.
And we accepted and agreed to move on.
And we moved on.
Okay? And we've moved on. In fact, my party leader has even done even better.
Yes.
He has moved in.
Oh, he's not just moving on.
No, he moved in.
Okay.
But Jed,
Yes.
let me ask you. Just look for the video of my friend JB. He talks about State House being a crime scene. That will sum up the entire interview. That will tell you whether there's hope for this government, whether there's hope or not, no hope. Look for that video. I think it's a 1 minute thing.
People who come there and who meet him, you know, State House has become a scene of crime. Because all that happens there is deals, corruption deals.
While citing the recent allegations of corruption in the e-citizen platform, Muturi added that President Ruto was corrupt through and through.
I don't think whether there's anything that can be done to redeem William Ruto. I think he has such affinity to corruption.
It's DP party leader JB Muturi. He says he's irredeemably corrupt. That is what is happening in State House, a crime scene. Why is it summarizing why Ruto lost the political mileage he had?
First of all, you know, it was fake mileage. He faked mileage. Because Ruto has never been, he has been who he is. Look at his history. But it's only that Kenyans never took time to understand him, to go back to history, and find out who William Ruto was. If Kenyans had bothered to do that, if Kenyans had bothered to listen to the people who know William Ruto, they would not have made the mistake they made in 2022. But be as it may, my friend JB says State House is a crime scene. State House, a place of honor, a place of, in fact, just below God, the State House. Just below God, the State House. Just below God, they are religious leaders, mosques, temples, and churches, and what have you. Okay? And then the State House, in that order. Now, State House has been converted to a place where people go to cut deals. Sugar, fertilizer, e-citizen, Adani. That is our State House. Can you imagine State House being converted to a deal house, corruption house, mega corruption? And I agree with my friend JB that William has some affinity to corruption. And when I look at William talking on camera and he says, I'm going to fight corruption, I normally laugh and fall down. Because I can't, I mean, sometimes I wonder, is that William? I mean, what is happening? Is that really William? Because the man has affinity to corruption. You cannot redeem him. And a man who does not believe in institutions that work cannot be assisted. A man who does not believe in systems, a man who believes in a one-man show arrangement, not being a team player. You see, when the man says that I have to do it myself, because if I leave to these characters, they will not do it. So what is the point of even having as CSS and PSS? Because you heard him say,
Yes.
2 weeks ago, he said, no, people call me that I'm, I interfere,
Micromanage.
I micromanage, and all these things. So I must do it myself. He's a man who does not believe in the capacity. This is a man who has. That's why I started by saying that he needs help. He actually indeed needs a lot of help. Because you cannot do things. You cannot run a whole country, leave alone even a blue chip company like Safaricom. You need managers, qualified managers to help you run. But, let us quickly look at this one, Nani. Jed. Because we're putting this entire thing into context. He keeps on talking about transforming this nation in the next few years. Look at where we are. We are almost, the economy has collapsed. People have no money in their pockets. They're just flashing figures, talking about big figures. I don't know, this one has come down, the price of this one has come down. But when people cannot afford, even if you bring that price to zero and people cannot afford, you cannot say you are doing well. People must be able to afford goods and services for you to say the economy is doing well. People must be able to afford healthcare, take their kids to school, pay for transport, feed themselves, have proper shelter. But when people cannot afford all these things, you cannot say that you are on the journey to transforming a nation. Okay? When you convert State House is not Kisia House, State House. State. When you convert that place into a house of giving people handouts, you come, this delegation is from, and I'm warning people from Western Kenya, don't take less than 20,000 in the court. Don't take less than 20,000. I'll curse you. I'm told you guys from Moranga and the other, you took 10,000. My guys from Western is 20,000.
Okay.
Attendance fee.
Okay.
So you see, unfortunately, Jed, William is using the old Kanu tactics. He forgets that you are dealing with a very enlightened voter. Very enlightened. 70% of the voters are enlightened. 70%.
Yeah.
They are not the old ones where you dance on the tracks and sing and they give you kura. These are Gen Z, man. They're on the phone. They listen to you on their phone. They follow you in their phone. If you're talking BS, they'll tell you it's BS.
Yeah.
So if you use the old kind of tactics of bribing fellows, calling the State House, giving them tea and mandazi, giving them transport, the Gen Z are going to eat that money. You no see no vote. And the teachers, you are a letdown. Because you see, Jed, I am telling you, if I ever became president of this country, the people that I have respect for, the highest respect, are teachers. You know why?
Why?
Teachers teach everybody, including doctors, including presidents. So if I became president, my number one priority would be to take care of the teachers. Number two priority would be doctors. Because even if you've been taught, well educated, you're in bad health, you cannot function. So number two priority,
Doctors.
doctors. Number three, security forces. If you have all these things, you have educated, you have a good job, you're in good health, security is bad, it's a problem. So if I became president, and I'm sure I'm going to be in the team that is going to take over leadership in 2027. Those are the things that we're going to look at. We're going to reward our teachers, doctors, and so on and so forth. But when you have a president who believes in bribing people,
Yes.
come 5,000, come 2,000, is that a man that you can rely on for anything? Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How has Raila Odinga reshaped the political fortunes of William Ruto now that they are in a working relationship through the broad-based government, especially considering also the Gen Z who had initially trusted his better agenda, bottom-up transformation agenda, and now they're all against him. How has Raila gotten the fortunes of the president changed when you look at where the country was both in tribe arithmetic and also the conversation now that we're having of enlightened voters?
You know, Jed, Raila saved this man. He was already in a hole. Actually, he was in a huge hole. So if there's something that Raila has done is to stabilize governance, our governance system, our governance space. That has been stabilized. Give him credit. Because otherwise, you would have seen intense political hostility to the government, which William Ruto was at breaking point. He was unable now to sustain it. Because the Gen Z were coming for him. They had overrun parliament. They were just about to overrun State House. Like it has been done in Nepal. It was done in Bangladesh. The Gen Z overrun. Our Gen Z had got that point, boiling point. They were just about to get in. So, Jacom, my party leader, at least has saved the man and brought in some form of stability. Again, he has given him legitimacy. Because we had gotten to a point where we're saying, no, you are not president. You can't be my president. You're not our president. We never elected you. We had got to a point where he had completely lost legitimacy. And we had got to a point now where we are having, I think, two presidents. The president of the people, who is Raila, and the president of nothing, William Ruto. So, at least to that extent, my party leader has been useful to him. But again, in the same space, those political brokers, I look at them on TV and I wonder, Jed, it has actually resuscitated political brokers. I don't want to mention their names because I'm so embarrassed because they're my friends. The guys who are singing that, Mimi, says in serikali ya Ruto, Mimi, mjinga Mimi. You know them. Guys who are talking so carelessly about William Ruto. Now they are singing praises. They are saying the man is an angel, the man is competent. Yet, less than 15 months ago, they were saying the man is a thief, is incompetent, is a murderer. What changed? What changed? Again, the other thing that Ruto has been able to achieve through Raila, he comes out as somebody who can reconcile with with an enemy. Because, give it to them, they fought a battle, 50-50, or rather maybe got 51, I don't know. But now they're eating on the same table. So he comes out as somebody, who says, okay, now, you know what? I can actually do what? I can reconcile. I can reconcile with people. But Jed, in the same breath, there's a backlash. Raila has lost a huge constituency of the youth and many Kenyans who feel betrayed. They are saying, where is our Raila? Where is a man who has always fought for us? Why is he dining with this man who has ordered our children to be shot in the legs? Why is he dining with this man? Why is he dining with this man who has made life so unbearable? So, you know, this relief that Raila has brought is temporary for William Ruto, but he's now sitting pretty, thinking that Raila is going to save him. Because I'm reading somewhere, Jed, I think today, where Raila was saying, you know, me, I came to stabilize, blah, blah, blah. I may not even run in 2027. I think Raila is a very, very intelligent man. He's a wise man. He's preparing William Ruto for one term. He's saying, you see what, my job was to stabilize you, to make sure you finish your term. Now that you are finishing your term, can we pack our viragos, me and you, and we go? He's a wise man. He's preparing this man. And worst of all, Jed, the hustlers who William Ruto rode on to presidency are waiting for him.
So you're saying...
And I'm wait. The hustlers wanangojea na shoka with an axe.
Are you saying Raila will eventually betray William Ruto?
Not betrayal, but betrayal. This man has assisted him to survive. But he's just being a wise man by saying, you know what, my job was to ensure stability, that this nation that does not come to a breaking point, because we're actually at the breaking point. As a statesman, my job was to hold the nation together. I have done it.
Yeah.
And now it is time for you and me to pack and go. I think that's the message that Raila is sending. If I read Raila, the Raila I know, he is telling this man, please, William, I will not be there to save you in 2027. Please pack now and start going home. Because the hustler, you rode on the hustler narrative. The hustler is waiting for you with an axe. They are putting you on the chopping board. Join me in retirement.
Now, 3 years in, still looking at how Ruto is handling his politics, he betrayed, or should we say he impeached, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, brought in Kindiki. What is your assessment of Kindiki? Do you think he was the best choice, looking at how he's transversing the country with the development tours? Mimi ni noma, si noma, mimi fire, si fire.
You know, Kindiki is a good man. He is, you know, a professor of law. But I think he's in the wrong job. Completely. First of all, he doesn't have the oomph. He does not have the presence. He cannot convince anybody. Even if he's sent as a messenger with a message, nobody believes what Kindiki talks about. Everything about Kindiki betrays him. I think he was better placed being in a classroom somewhere and teaching law than trying to do what he's doing. When you come, mimi now must be fire, something like that.
Yeah.
In that office, my friend, needs a bit of, oomph, courage, seriousness. That when you talk with authority. But he lacks that authority. He doesn't speak with authority. He doesn't act with authority. He's just there. In fact, when you're telling me he transverses Kenya, which Kenya? The man, when he's in Nairobi, he's in Karen, in a tent. When he goes to Western, or wherever, or Rukambani, in a tent. In a tent. Where a crowd is controlled, they are paid 500 shillings to come in, to support, to sing praise. It's a paid crowd. Have you seen Kindiki going?
The rooftop.
Rooftop, Mashinani. He knows he can't. People will chase him. Because they will tell him, please, you are dealing with the wrong man. So, if you are the messenger, go back with your message. You are telling me transversing. Where is it transversing?
So do you think...
He's transversing in tents. Current tent, even in a tent or in a church somewhere, controlled crowd. Where there's a crowd, paid crowd. 500 people.
Yeah.
He can't.
So that
this man has not added any value.
Then that leads me to my third question.
He has not. Now, listen, Jed. What he has done, of course, he has brought in some visibility, some small visibility.
Yeah.
The empowerment program, this money that they're getting, withdrawing every day from central bank and dishing out. There's some presence that government is working and government is doing something. And then there's PR, because you're in the media, and, because if there was complete blackout in the media, then the government would completely be lost. So that one he has tried by being there, but we see him in a tent. Don't transversing, please, Jed.
Yes.
Please correct yourself.
Yeah.
In tents somewhere, with the small crowds of 500 people,
Then,
paid crowds.
Then what's your assessment then of Ruto in State House doing his outreaches? I told you about teachers. I told you about saloon equipment and music equipment. What is your assessment of that too? Because he's bringing now people in State House himself as the president. Will that help him politically?
I mean, Jed, short-term optics. He is in State House dishing out money, dishing out small things at the empowerment. They have 55 million Kenyans who need empowerment.
Yeah.
When you're empowering 10,000 people in State House, and even I'm told that it is for optics, that you are given a motorbike, and you've had youth complaining. By the time you're leaving the gate, you're told, Mama Apa, it is taken away.
Yeah.
So, you are even annoying more people. There are 55 million Kenyans who need empowerment.
Yeah.
When you take a small crowd for optics in State House and say you're empowering, and then, Jed, this issue of, tokenism has created a very bad perception that William Ruto is not about empowering people, but he wants you to remain as a beggar so that you can continue going to him for handouts, for a token. Because if he's empowering, just make sure that the economy is working, is functioning, things are working, people have decent jobs, people have money in their pockets, the economy is flowing. That's the type of empowerment people are looking for. People are not looking for handouts. Do you know how you dehumanize somebody? You are told the State House at 3 a.m. Do you know, if you are married, you are leaving your wife. What will you tell your wife? Jed, you are leaving your bed 3 in the morning. What would you tell your wife, Jed? You're going to do what? You're going to job? Is there a job?
But they are happy when they're there.
No, I'm asking
They're
you.
given 10,000. They're given...
Jed, you are a young man.
Yes.
Let's assume you're married.
Yes.
And you are told to leave your bed at 3 a.m. You leave your wife there. In fact, this is a very dangerous thing. Houses are going to be broken. Because when a young man, or even you leave your house at 3 a.m. to go to State House, at the gate there at 3 a.m. to be seen at 10 or 11. Can you imagine? It's so dehumanizing. And Kenyans must stop this culture of accepting that things can only work when they're handouts. People want dignity. People just want to work, earn their own money, feel good about it. Jed, when you sweat, when you work, earn money, when you do business, earn money, you feel great about it. But when it's just, a token, when you are just given, like, like your some Mama Teresa business or Baba Christmas, this man, William Ruto, is behaving like Father Christmas.
Yeah.
And Christmas does not come every day, Jed.
Yeah.
Now, those guys who are at a State House, they got 10,000. Is the 10,000 still there? Is it still there?
No.
They went and paid their debts. They went and paid Fuliza, the one that Oparanya is in charge of. They went and paid Oparanya, Fuliza. There's no money. But if the guys were working daily, you are doing something useful, you are working, earning 2,000, 3,000 every day, you feel proud about yourself, you feel good about yourself, you have your dignity as a human being. Not this situation where you are being given 500, 1,000, and then you're told tomorrow also come for the same.
That's
nonsense, Jed.
Let's get to
Don't agree. Don't accept
the messaging part.
In fact,
yes,
I am telling our people that this is your money. The money that William Ruto is dishing out and Kindiki and the rest of them is your money. Demand for more. Don't take 10,000. You must now, from now going forward, demand for 20,000 as attendance fee. In fact, I will not be surprised if they withdraw 50, they give 10 and they keep 40. I will not be surprised.
Before we wind up, let's go to the messaging part. When he's trying to woo Kenyans politically, he's saying the opposition doesn't have any agenda. He said that severally. Even in every conversation he has, he's saying there is no agenda. It's just one term. What is your reasoning behind the Ruto saying this if he's trying to earn political mileage? Especially, he says that people don't have the agenda on the opposite side, and he's saying we've created jobs, we've done this with inflation, we've done this with affordable housing. And how do you advise the opposition, especially moving on? Is it just one
First
term?
of all, to ignore William Ruto, who is he to ask for your plan? Who is he? He's just a Kenyan, like he's our competitor. So what business does he have to ask about for our plan? What business? If he has a plan, let him keep it himself. We, as the loyal opposition, have a shared vision with Kenya. Vision 2030. That's the one we want to work on. We are way behind Vision 2030. When we get into the office in 2027, inshallah, 2027, we'll have 3 years to expiry of that vision. We want to quickly come together with Kenyans as Kenyans, review what has been done, and now strategize, come together, and prepare Vision 2063 in line with the African vision. Vision 2063. Okay? So, let William Ruto relax. Let him keep his plan. His plan of, I don't know, doing his plan, we know his plans. We know them. They don't mean well for this country. The Adani plan, is that a good plan? Shooting our children in the legs, is that a good plan? Bringing us things that don't work, is that a good plan? You know, selling us a fertilizer that has a donkey and pebbles, is that a plan? Promising our children free Wi-Fi, pandos, and there are no pandos, is that a good plan? Promising our women sanitary pads and they don't get? Does he want our women to use leaves? Does he want our women to use leaves? Is that the plan he's talking about? Mega corruption? Is that the plan he's talking about? What plan is he talking about? Our plan is simple. First of all, to get him out of office. That's plan number 1. Plan number 2, get him out of office. Plan number 3, get him out of office. But the grand plan now, is to quickly review Vision 2030, what Kibaki achieved, what Uhuru attempted to achieve, the gap, roll it out to now Vision 2063, and start working on Kenya 2063.
Finally, is there a clear way that you can see, amid this political, economic turbulence, is there a clear way that you can see that Ruto can regain power in 2027? Because he's trying a lot politically with his messaging, as we talked about Kindiki, the broad base, which you say Raila might eventually leave. But is there a plan that you can see that Ruto can do to secure 2 terms?
Does he have the time? Because, you know, we have 10 more months. You know, he has one more. He has actually one more financial cycle. One more. We are rolling out this one. This one ends in 2026 June. Okay? Then what happens?
Politics, campaigns.
Then what happens? He has no other budget. So he has no time. He lost his time. He lost the goodwill. And you see, worst of all, Jed, we are dealing with a man who thinks he knows it all. So, but if he is a man who was a good listener, a good leader, he would have taken a step back, start re-engaging the Gen Z in a more structured and genuine manner. Structured and genuine. And at least give them hope. Admit the mistakes that he has made. Say, these are the mistakes I've made. I overpromised. I have failed. But in another 20 months, let us agree on what you think we can do together. And based on that, consider me for another term. Okay? So I don't see him engaging the youth other than giving them handouts. I only see him hanging on Raila's tail. I only see him hanging on Raila's tail. My brother. Raila is going to sustain him until 2027. As Raila said, he may not want to run. He is psychologically preparing William Ruto for exit, telling him, you know what, my job was to take you to 2027. And that is why ODM keeps on talking about, we are with William Ruto up to 2027. A few of them who are eating are saying beyond 2027. But the clever ones are saying, we are with you until 2027. After that, Please go home. Pack and go home. There is also an opportunity of rebranding. And I saw him, he has invited some people for the purpose of rebranding Kenya. Yet we have brand Kenya. You know, this is a lost man. This is a man who sees opportunity of making money in everything he does. So anything that you bring on the table that cannot benefit him financially is of no good. So he does not think about Kenya. He thinks about himself. So, William Ruto, you have another 22 months. Get notes from your friend Chakwere. Get notes, hand over notes. Start preparing mentally to leave. And we shall escort you. We shall escort you properly. We shall not mistreat you. Don't be worried.
Thanks for tuning into that conversation with Philip Kisia. Of course, can Ruto win back the hearts of Kenyans? Will you vote for Ruto come 2027? The Ruto maybe Kindiki ticket. Just as always, final words from Philip Kisia as we're heading over for the weekend.
Well, Jed.
Yes.
You know, I thought you'd come here at least with something. So I can start
Tuko mawaya.
And I thought you said you're okay.
Tuko mawaya.
I thought you said you're okay with William Ruto. But anyway, Jed.
Yes.
As we close the week, I want you to play, you know, we call him JW, Jimmy Wanjigi, Johnny Walker. He's my good friend. And he has declared that he's going to run for presidency. And my good friend Paul Muite has, in fact, Paul Muite has been a bit, you normally say that I'm rough. Paul Muite has said, don't wait for 27. Remove this man now.
Yes.
Remove him now.
Yes.
Sasa hivi.
Yes.
Ni sasa hivi. But play that video. And then also, in quick succession, you know, the Malawians spoke. And you saw the celebrations in Malawi. Lirongwe, Brantai or somewhere. Can you play that those two quick videos?
Together.
The current government we have is a criminal regime. They are delinquents that should resign, get out of power today. William Ruto asked, how does he get out? Resign, resign, resign. And that should be the clarion call of all Kenyans. Anytime you see that man, just tell him to resign, get out of office today. He can't solve our problems. All he's doing is killing us, killing our generations of the future. Anybody who kills their young and even has their government order such, right, is somebody who must leave like yesterday. Or one day, as I keep saying, he himself is defining his exit and what happens to him after that. Let him resign today, not even tomorrow. Get out of office.
Well, we're saying JW, Jimmy Wanjigi, saying Ruto should resign, saying he shouldn't ask Kenyans how he should leave, but he should just resign. And then we're saying celebrations in Malawi.
I want to fully concur and agree with JW. If you are a clever man, resign now. We shall treat you with respect. If you are a clever man, hand over now. We shall escort you with respect. If you are a clever man, go home now. You have a chance to redeem yourself. But if you decide to hang on up to last minute, you can only blame yourself. I can't speak for what will happen. But you can see the anger even in the youth in Igembe, by Baru, somewhere, you know, you're closer to them. By Baruyu. You saw what they did to Njurinjeke. You know, a very sacred place. You saw what they did. They're accusing these old men for doing very bad things. And you know, the youth are dangerous. So please, be careful. Be careful. Take Jimmy Wanjigi's advice very seriously. And from this celebratory video that we've watched from our friends, our brothers, sisters, in Malawi.
Could you say they are clever?
They are clever.
But
They
you're
are very clever, but you're cleverer than them.
Yes.
But they were brothers.
Yes.
Especially you, yes. We are brothers. Some of us came from that side. You can see this, the songs and dance and how vibrant they are. They are so vibrant. It is. I don't like. It's like Jesus Christ has come back. So when I saw that video, Jed, I just said, yeah, I started imagining how to look in August 2027, dancing, because corruption will have ended,
Yes.
high cost of living ended,
Yeah.
opulence brought to an end.
Yeah.
One time.
One time he says, thanks for tuning into this conversation. Share this video with as many people as possible so that we can reach those in power to change at least their politics and policy, and we can encourage Kenyans to know that hope is still there. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day. Have a great weekend. See you next week.
What gives him the idea that he can do as he wishes? This is not his personal house. This is not for going. I think the president needs to stop being simplistic.
Is there a vacuum post Raila?
Play one clip where Ruto has spoken truthfully.